What if your next car turns out to be your biggest disappointment? Hidden problems like engine failures and sky-high repair costs can make buying a nightmare. Here are the 20 worst cars to buy, according to Consumer Reports. Stay tuned to avoid a costly mistake you'll regret for years. Number 20. Chevrolet Blazer. The Chevrolet Blazer is one of those SUVs that immediately grabs your attention with its bold design and modern features. At first glance, it seems like a great choice. The starting price is $35,000, and the engine is a turbocharged 2.0-liter with 228 horsepower and 250 pound-feet of torque. But this seemingly reliable SUV quickly disappoints. Imagine, you're driving on the highway, and suddenly, the engine dies, leaving you stranded on the side of the road with warning lights flashing. That's the reality for many Blazer owners. Consumer Reports has serious concerns about its reliability. Fuel economy, just 25 mpg city and 33 mpg highway, is unimpressive for a midsize SUV in this price range. Safety is another weakness. The Blazer has performed poorly in crash tests, which has family buyers worried. Numerous recalls due to fuel system and airbag problems have tarnished the model's reputation. Rapid depreciation makes this car expensive to operate and difficult to resell. Think that's bad? The next car is a so-called luxury SUV that brings more headaches than comfort. Number 19. Lincoln Aviator. The Lincoln Aviator promises luxury and sophistication. It starts at $53,000 and tops out at $88,000 in the Black Label trim. Sleek styling, upscale features, and a 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 engine that produces 400 horsepower sound enticing. But the Aviator proves that luxury doesn't always mean reliability. Imagine paying big bucks for a luxury SUV only to be faced with recalls and repair bills. The 2020 to 2024 models suffer from electrical system glitches, faulty airbags, and transmission issues. Fuel economy is disappointing, averaging 13 liters per 100 kilometers, which is far behind competitors like the BMW X5 or Audi Q7. Handling leaves much to be desired, and the interior doesn't live up to its price. High maintenance costs and frequent visits to the auto repair shop make this SUV a financial black hole. Unless you're willing to spend more on repairs than on the car itself, the Aviator is a no-no, and the next car you drive will surprise you. Number 18. Volvo XC60. The Volvo XC60 attracts attention with its sophisticated design, luxurious interior, and reputation for safety. It starts at $53,000 and comes with advanced driver assistance systems and a stylish interior. But beneath that polished exterior are serious flaws. Reliability remains a constant issue, with owners reporting frequent transmission failures, engine stalls, and infotainment system glitches. Even safety systems like lane keeping assist often fail. The 2024 XC60 received 3 major recalls. Fuel economy of 25 mpg is unimpressive for a car in this price range. High repair and maintenance costs are a drain on your wallet and a strain on your patience. Unless you're willing to sacrifice peace of mind for style, the XC60 is a no-no. The next car, the Rivian R1T, proves that innovation doesn't always equal reliability. Number 17. Rivian R1T. With its rugged charm and cutting-edge technology, the Rivian R1T promises to redefine adventure. It starts at $72,000, has a 310-mile range, and is capable of off-roading. But owning one isn't a cakewalk. Imagine planning a big adventure only to run into a ton of problems, software glitches, suspension failures, and limited charging stations that leave you stranded in the middle of nowhere. The R1T has received 4 recalls in 2024. Repairs are complicated by the limited number of technicians, and proprietary charging ports make finding stations a real challenge. Despite the innovations, the R1T feels more like an unreliable experiment than a stable vehicle. If you don't like unpredictability, this pickup is best left in the past. Next up is another EV that shines in design but disappoints in operation. Number 16. Polestar 2. The Polestar 2 was supposed to redefine what it means to drive an electric car. With a starting price of $50,000 and a Google-powered infotainment system, it all paints a picture of an innovative car. But the reality for many owners is far from ideal. The infotainment system often freezes or disconnects while driving, and the 275-mile range lags behind competitors like the Tesla Model 3. 3 recalls only make matters worse. Early models suffer from battery failures that shut the car down completely. Repairs are complicated by a sparse network of service centers. For a car that's supposed to be cutting edge, the Polestar 2 feels like a half-baked prototype. If you're not willing to trade innovation for constant disappointment, this is the EV you'll want to avoid. And the next car up, the Ford Bronco, is an off-road legend that's far from reliable. Number 15. Ford Bronco. The Ford Bronco is a byword for adventure. It starts at $40,000 and tops out at $70,000 for the Raptor. The retro design and off-road capabilities scream freedom, but owning a Bronco quickly shatters those dreams. Owners report serious problems, from cracked fuel injectors that pose a fire risk to faulty removable roofs that don't seal properly. Transmission issues and fuel leaks leave drivers in a tough spot. Comfort is also lackluster. The interior materials feel cheap for the price, and the noisy cabin makes highway driving tiring. Fuel economy is disappointing, averaging 13.8 liters per 100 kilometers. The Bronco is good off-road, but its reliability leaves much to be desired for everyday use. If you don't often hit the highway, this SUV will drain your wallet and patience. But the next car is even worse. Number 14. Buick Encore. The Buick Encore is compact, street-ready, and promises a smooth ride for $27,000. But looks can be deceiving. The problems start under the hood. Drivers complain of sluggish performance, especially on the highway or when climbing hills. The 1.4-liter turbocharged engine struggles to keep up. Transmission failures, air conditioning malfunctions, and electrical glitches send the Encore to repair shops far too often. Fuel economy of 25 mpg doesn't make up for the huge repair bills. An outdated infotainment system and lack of modern safety features reduce appeal. The Encore feels dated and unreliable. The next car up, the Dodge Durango, will make you wonder if the power is worth the constant problems. Number 13. Dodge Durango. The Dodge Durango is positioned as a capable midsize SUV that can do it all. Prices start at $40,000 and top out at $120,000 for the SRT Hellcat. Best-in-class towing capacity and a 0 to 60 time of under 5 seconds make it a compelling choice. But all that power comes at a cost. Engine problems and strange ticking sounds that indicate serious problems, like exhaust manifold failure, are common. Maintenance is expensive, and fuel economy, 15.7 liters per 100 kilometers with the V8, is hard on the wallet. Safety is disappointing, with below-average ratings, outdated cabin technology, and a bulky design that makes parking difficult. If you're not prepared for high repair and fuel bills, the Durango isn't for you. The next car takes disappointment to a new level. Number 12. Jeep Wrangler. The Jeep Wrangler is a symbol of rugged adventure. Prices start at $33,000, and the iconic design promises off-road freedom. But behind the appeal lies a frustrating reality. Imprecise steering makes highway driving a struggle for control. Recalls over faulty fuel lines, posing a fire risk, and airbag failures add to the problems. The stiff suspension turns the asphalt into a bumpy road, and the noisy cabin makes conversation on the highway nearly impossible. Fuel economy of 12.3 liters per 100 kilometers is disappointing, and corrosion and structural problems raise doubts about its durability. The Wrangler is good for adventure, but it creates more problems than it solves. The next car, the Jaguar F-Pace, is luxury with a fair share of disappointments. Number 11. Jaguar F-Pace. The Jaguar F-Pace makes a memorable first impression. With a starting price of $58,000, a refined interior, and dynamic performance, it promises a premium experience. But for many owners, that promise is dashed once the warranty expires. Picture this: you're enjoying a scenic drive when the warning lights suddenly start flashing. Common problems include infotainment freezes, fuel pump failures, and unreliable brakes. Recalls have included faulty brake systems and electrical failures. High maintenance and oil costs make the F-Pace an expensive pleasure even in the garage. Despite its excellent driving characteristics, persistent reliability issues give cause for concern. The next car, the Nissan Frontier, will show how even rugged pickups can bring surprises. Number 10. Nissan Frontier. The Nissan Frontier has been a reliable workhorse for years. Its $29,000 price tag and off-road capabilities attract enthusiasts. But for many Frontier owners, the story is one of outdated design and reliability issues. The 2005 to 2018 models are notorious for transmission, engine, and fuel system failures. Picture this: you're heading out on an adventure, and your truck breaks down in the middle of nowhere with no communication. The 2022 redesign has addressed some of the issues, but the cabin remains basic. The stiff suspension makes for a bumpy ride, and the 18 mpg combined fuel economy is disappointing. The Frontier lags behind its rivals, and hidden costs make it a risky choice. The next car will show how poor reliability can be a nightmare for families. Number 9. Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. The Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid is billed as the ultimate family minivan, roomy, fuel-efficient, and eco-friendly. It starts at $44,000. But for many owners, convenience comes at the cost of frustration. Picture this: it's morning, you're late for school, the kids are in the car, and the engine won't start. Battery and charging issues, frozen screens, and battery heater failures leave owners in the lurch. From 2017 to 2023, Chrysler recalled more than 67,000 Pacifica hybrids due to wiring issues and engine stalls while driving. Despite impressive fuel economy of 100 miles per gallon, high repair costs and reliability issues outweigh the benefits. For families looking for a reliable minivan, the Pacifica Hybrid could be a headache. Next up, the Volkswagen Jetta, which shows why affordability isn't always a good deal. Number 8. Volkswagen Jetta. The Volkswagen Jetta is a popular compact sedan with a price tag starting at $22,000, and it's stylish and practical, but the charm wears off quickly. Picture this: you're driving to work, and the engine suddenly stalls. The 2019 to 2021 models are notorious for engine stalls, transmission failures, and electrical glitches. Recalls have included faulty fuel lines, airbag failures, and ignition coil failures. Crash test results are mediocre, and the cheap interior materials and outdated infotainment system are disappointing. The Jetta feels affordable, but hidden repair costs make it a poor investment. This next car is so bad, it's surprising it's still on the market. Number 7. Land Rover Range Rover Sport. The Land Rover Range Rover Sport is the epitome of luxury. Prices start at $83,000 and exceed $120,000 for top trims. Plush interiors, advanced technology, and powerful engines exude sophistication. But ownership is a nightmare. Imagine driving around town, confident in your prestige, when suddenly the warning lights come on. From brake failures to chronic electrical glitches, the Range Rover Sport is a frequent visitor to the garage. Recalls have focused on engine and transmission issues, and servicing requires specialist technicians and huge costs. Despite its performance, its reputation for unreliability makes it a questionable choice. The next car, the Fiat 500L, redefines disappointment. Number 6. Fiat 500L. The Fiat 500L is a compact car with a playful design and European charm. It starts at $24,000, but the appeal wears off quickly. Owners have experienced engine stalls, transmission failures, and electrical glitches. The 2014 to 2017 models are particularly problematic, with frequent breakdowns and expensive repairs. Recalls have included non-functioning airbags and fuel system leaks. The ride is uncomfortable, thanks to stiff steering and a cheap interior. Rapid depreciation, owners lose nearly half their value in 3 years, makes the 500L a money trap. If reliability and value are important, this is a car to pass on. Think compact cars are the only ones with problems? The GMC Sierra 1500 proves that pickups are unreliable too. Number 5. GMC Sierra 1500. The GMC Sierra 1500 promises power and durability. Prices range from $39,000 to $87,000, but for many, it brings more headaches than reliability. The 2014 to 2019 models are notorious for transmission, engine, and electrical failures. Steering problems make driving dangerous. Recalls have included brake failures and even engine block heater fires. Fuel economy of 18 mpg is disappointing, and high repair costs make the Sierra a risky choice. The next vehicle will show how a low price doesn't guarantee a good deal. Number 4. Hyundai Tucson. The Hyundai Tucson is positioned as a reliable and affordable crossover with prices starting at $27,000. Stylish design and a technologically advanced interior attract buyers, but reliability is a weak point. Owners have reported sudden engine failures, fires, and problems with oil pumps in 2016 to 2019 models. Recalls have included faulty brakes and electrical shorts that increase the risk of fire. Fuel economy of 9 liters per 100 kilometers lags behind competitors. Low price is tempting, but frequent repairs empty the wallet. The next car demonstrates how bad design and unreliability create real disappointment. Number 3. Tesla Model Y. The Tesla Model Y is stylish and tech-savvy, with prices starting at $48,000 and a range of up to 330 miles. But behind the hype are problems. Build quality remains poor, with uneven gaps, paint defects, poorly fitting doors, and water leaks. The screen can turn off while driving, and phantom braking adds stress. Despite the innovation, quality issues make the Model Y a risky choice. The next car has been a mechanical nightmare for decades. Number 2. Alfa Romeo Stelvio. The Alfa Romeo Stelvio is a luxury SUV with Italian design and a price tag starting at $47,000. But the beauty hides problems. Constant warnings, electrical, sensor, and software failures make the Stelvio unreliable. Maintenance is expensive, and finding qualified technicians is a real challenge. Rapid depreciation and breakdowns make it unprofitable. Finally, the next car takes unreliability to shocking levels. Number 1. Mitsubishi Mirage. The Mitsubishi Mirage, starting at $17,000, is one of the cheapest cars on the market. But the adage, "you get what you pay for," is true here. The 76 horsepower, 3-cylinder engine makes driving a pain. Merging with traffic on the highway is a risky business, and a noisy engine and cheap interior only make things worse. Problems with the brakes and transmission require constant repairs, and poor crash test results raise safety questions. Even fuel economy, 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers, does not save. Mitsubishi stops production of the Mirage, proving that cheapness does not mean profit.